Welcome to Smarter Web Weekly, a weekly summary of the last 7 days of the UK's first and leading Bitcoin Treasury company, delivering amplified Bitcoin for the UK. This week on Smarter Web, repayment of Smarter Convert instrument, capital reduction confirmed, the latest funding update, Andrew Webley's weekly signal. Here's what matters for investors. Let's go. Start with the leaderboard. The top 100 public Bitcoin Treasury companies chart is a reminder where Smarter Web stands on the global landscape. With 2,700 Bitcoin now on the balance sheet, the real investor question this week is whether management is turning that treasury into stronger public market credibility. The FTSE tracker then shows the public market move over the latest 7-day comparison window. Whilst there was the normal intra-week volatility, Smarter Web held steady at rank 492 against the previous 7-day comparison point. This week was once again about execution, not noise. On Thursday, the repayment of the Tobam Smarter Convert instrument stood out because it showed management actively simplifying the financing side of the story instead of letting old structures linger. 2 weeks ahead of schedule, Smarter Web repaid the 177.89 Bitcoin borrowed from Tobam, whilst also eliminating the 7.7 million shares associated with the convert. The key all along was the Bitcoin-denominated nature of this convertible instrument, which protected Smarter Web. Whilst the 177.89 Bitcoin has been returned, this Bitcoin still provided great value, helping provide early scale to the balance sheet as part of the growth story so far. On Wednesday, the capital reduction effective completion mattered because it closed the loop on a balance sheet step investors had already been watching. The court-approved capital reduction is now formally effective, and the process has moved out of approval mode and into the live capital structure. That gives management a cleaner capital base to work from, which matters more than the headline, as the ultimate goal is to continue to build credibility around the Treasury strategy. The pathway is now clear for the next steps towards the UK's first perpetual preferred digital credit, following in the footsteps of Strategy and Strive with their STRC and SATA products. On Monday, the subscription agreement update added concrete funding detail rather than just broad intent. The company placed 703,160 shares for gross proceeds of 207,227 at about 0.295 per share, with roughly 98.2% of proceeds settling to the company and 47,449,230 shares still available under the agreement. That matters because investor attention is not only on Bitcoin accumulation, but also on how the company keeps financing growth without losing control of the balance sheet story. Bitcoin per share is still the core investor test. Net Bitcoin value per fully diluted share is 0.31. Gross Bitcoin value per fully diluted share is 0.36. Here is the bottom line. Smarter Web now holds 2,700.11 Bitcoin on the balance sheet, net sats per share at 649 sats, and an on-page share price of 0.28. Andrew Webley's latest weekly investor update ex-post added this management tone. Over the last few months, we've spoken about our ambition to become amplified Bitcoin for the UK. Whilst nothing on this channel constitutes financial advice, for those who believe Bitcoin is the best asset to ever have existed and who believe Bitcoin is the hurdle rate to judge any investment against, then Smarter Web in the UK provides a compelling proposition, especially at the current moment in time with the company on the verge of launching a digital credit offering, alongside Bitcoin's current trajectory, widely believed to be at or very near to the local bottom. All eyes are now on the next developments for Smarter Web over the coming week. We'll be here every day with the Bitcoin 5 reporting on the top 5 stories across Bitcoin each day. Another strong week of execution for Smarter Web. Like and subscribe so you get next week's update directly in your feed as soon as it's live. See you next time.